Hey there, everybody, it's RCK, and I'm glad to have you here again for our next Dominions 5 series, or next Dominions 5 episode, of course. Now we're going to be doing Fallen Empires again, coming back, doing turn 25, turn 26, if I'm not mistaken. Should have a lot of good stuff here. Of course, we're really starting to kick off with the Scalarian War, as you can tell with all these fights back and forth. You do see Scalaria hitting Machaca 4 times here. I'm assuming those are some raids, different things, because if you remember correctly, Machaca, of course, lost a pretty significantly sized force, of course. I think that was pretty much everything they had. There was a fairly large mage corps in there, and now they're fighting on the back foot. We'll see if they can recover from this. We see Satis being attacked by multiple indies down there at the bottom of the screen. Along with that, we also see that Ermor and Ashdod still fighting. We do see Ermor attacking Man here on Ermor. Makes me wonder how that's going. Like I said before, I feel like he definitely should have been pushing more troops if he was going after the cap like that. Um, yeah, very interesting. So we have a message here from Bizia, which we'll start off from. Diplo update. We're looking to start a fight, or looking to start fighting Scalaria, but of course no one wants to take the brunt of the Scalarian front, so no one really moved in. And then Machaca wipe happened. We saw the scary Colossus, so now I'm hoping for peace so I can shift to someone else, since I doubt people would put their neck on the line to stop the endless hordes of uncontrolled ultra combatant. Now looks like Machaca is going to be eaten. Hope that they don't get eaten soon after. Probably will break nap with Machaca to poach some of his lands. Wish I'd kept my Scalarian nap and attacked Arco like 5 turns ago. Oh well. I didn't realize N's guys can hit upwards of 27 slash on a basic human. Impressive. Yeah, I mean, I think, what was it? It has I can't remember if it was like +6 strength or something on there, like, or was it +4? I don't remember exactly, but yeah, I know it has very, very high strength, so yeah, very, very dangerous for N's troops, of course. And we'll see someone has claimed here the Throne of Gaia. This is probably what these independence attack are from Throne of Gaia attacks. Otherwise, let's go ahead and watch this first battle here with Scalaria and Machaca. A very, very small raiding force. Looks like one cultist leading probably upwards to 80-ish. 105, okay. Might have, I think he had, must, more than likely he has undead leadership, because I think it's 80 otherwise. Let's see. Unholy Power. Still casting Unholy Power. Couple of PD, so let's go ahead and see if he has any. I bet he does have a little bit on there. Yeah, undead leadership +80. So I was definitely wrong on what this is. I guess it's, what, 25 then? I bet it's only 20 because he does have 1 pip of experience. I can't remember. Regardless, I do like seeing the undead um, leadership here on the Bless. If you guys don't know, I have actually won. Actually, the first multiplayer game that I ever played in, I actually won as Scalaria. It was a whole lot of fun. That video was posted on Dartimos' channel. You can go check him out if you want to. But yeah, that was me playing Scalaria in that game. That was a very, very fun game. I really enjoyed the nation. Um, and also, I really don't do a whole lot of playing it ever since then. Usually it can get pretty rough, and I know coalitions for them are really rough. I mean, people are always going after them, and I just really have no interest in playing them after I've kind of won them one time. They're kind of like a one-trick pony at that point. Um, I mean, most people just know what you're gonna do. I mean, yeah, of course, like the way I did things was a little different, a little unorthodox as far as the Diplo and things like that. The way I did things. Um, but as far as magic, of course, going high enchantment, high alteration, getting those very, very nice spells, throwing as much as you can into communions, or like throwing like indie mages, anything to get like nature or all, so you can get all the paths into your communions. And it's just really a big communion nation. We do see a little bit more here, but I feel like these skeletons are definitely going to be able to take out these units here. I'd be surprised otherwise. Maybe they get hits on these cultists, but no one seems to be firing at them. Oh, and they have broken through. They're fighting these very, very weak archers here in the back, which have now broken as well. It looks like the knights are also routing here, and that is very unfortunate for Machaca. Okie dokie. We're going to skip this battle for Ermor here. We're going to go ahead and finish up the Scalarian Machaka conflict that we currently have going on. So another small raiding force here from Scalaria, of course, trying to spread out as fast and as far as he can and take advantage of Machaka's weakness at this point, since he's not really able to pull together a significant force to really fight him back, let alone on multiple fronts here. So for my thoughts, yep, he won that one. But we do see Arcosafali jumping in, trying to help out Machaka here. Let's see what he has to show us. And this was a fairly large force. I believe this is the same force that took one of the forts from Ermor, probably, I think, because this is a lot of sacreds here. I feel like it is. I wonder what this guy's casting. I wonder if he's casting something like... actually, I don't know. I'm not sure on what he's casting. Body Ethereal? Okay. Yeah, I like that. I mean, there's 4 to a square. 1 square per cast, yeah. Get a couple of them here and there. I would like to see more of these, but I mean, you don't have to really do much when you're fighting against so little PD, but still, we're definitely going to see. I mean, I feel like for skeletons, it's going to be rather difficult for them to fight through ethereal like that, but we'll see. And then we'll watch the final battle here with Scalaria attacking Machaka. Oh, and this is a major force here from Scalaria. Of course, this is the one we saw moving on that has the god in it, the Bronze Colossus. Just a quick look over. It is a Air 4, E4, Death 4, Blood 4, and I think I told someone they're all 6s for some reason. Oh, it's because with Hell Power they all go up to 6. That's what it is. I think. You get bonuses to, yeah, you get bonuses to your match pass. Yeah, we just see Hell Power go off there. Kind of, I don't know. So we almost like to see these cultists a little bit farther back, because those arrow fires coming right on top of them. If you know, I mean, they have 0 protection, so flaming arrows is going to hurt some, but I don't feel like they. Well, I mean, they do have the archers on the wall. If they can keep the skeletons held back for long enough, I wish these guys were a little bit more forward. Maybe starting the battle around here. But yeah, these archers on the wall, since they have infinite ammo, yeah, they're going to be able to do some damage to these skeletons for sure. Hopefully the fire spreads a little bit. Other than that, okay. I was kind of wondering if the Bronze Colossus was flying or not, or was casting things due to him being air level 6 here. So this is pretty dangerous here. This is going probably rout the army relatively quickly. We do see a few horrors here and there, kind of doing their thing, but I don't think he has to worry about them. Shockwave, oh my goodness. We have a bunch of mages back here, some of them casting like horde of skeletons, it seems, things like that. Looks like this front line is still being held up by these hoplites and spider knights. But for the most part, unfortunately, the fire archers on the walls, they are running away. I feel like we're about to hit that HP route here. Not sure if that's for them or not, but yeah, we are definitely losing a lot back here. It's very unfortunate for them. But the hoplites are still holding strong. Their 17 protection is definitely helping them. Just fighting a very small amount of long dead per turn versus them being in 4 square. But the long dead do have pierce resistance, which is very unfortunate for these hoplites, of course, since they all have spears. But, I mean, they're still working on them. Fighting this few at a time, I feel like, is very beneficial towards them. It looks like the Bronze Colossus is kind of being held up by the skeleton spam back here. But I'm sure he'll be able to fight through it. Put this on fast forward. Yeah. It won't be much longer till the front line here breaks of the hoplites. Ooh, and the Bronze Colossus is about through all that chaff, and the hoplites are running away. At this point, the spider knights are staying around, and the skeletons have broken through. Mages have fatigued out. Yeah, he's not making it out. Well, okay. So very, very unfortunate there for Machaka. Still lots and lots of skeletons left. Let's see what kind of damage he actually dealt on that battle there. He actually ended up killing 222, not bad, but he did lose a lot as well. So it's very unfortunate. Hoplites didn't do as bad as I thought they would. But yeah, losing like 4 sorcerers. There was a 200 gold apiece. That's already 800 gold there. Another 200 for the black sorcerer. So 1,000 gold in just in mages. Oof. And then just only killing 221 skeletons. Very rough, very rough. Let me look at something. It's an evocation earthquake sound. Yeah, earthquake's at evocation 5. Just to think of a way to clear out that chaff, of course. Next, let's go ahead. We'll watch this battle with Ashdod and Ermor back and forth. We'll watch the end battles, and we're going to leave the Ermor cat battle here for a finale, I suppose. Let's go ahead and watch this one. It says Ermor attacking Ashdod. Small raiding force here against 1, 2, maybe it might be 2 PD. Other than that, let's go ahead and watch this one in Tiny Willow. And this is Ashdod's entire force, basically. Just against PD, you know, not too much going on here. So I think that will work out just fine. We have the Ethereal jumping on the wall. Everyone got growth +1 this turn. Good. So we do see some independent battles with Satis. Ooh, this is not just throwing a Gaia. This is a lot of knights here. Yikes. It's going to hurt on the charge. Routing already. There they go. There's a lot of PD there. Possibly other units, of course. And barbarians. Ooh, but Satis has his army here. Let's go ahead and see the composition here. A lot of Sobek warriors. And elite warriors behind them. We do see some Soulless, interestingly enough. Other than that, we see some Holy Threes. We see some Marsh Masters. Those are twice born. Those are twice born. There's another Holy Three. All these are twice born. Okay, so looks like there's a white mage there. Cool. Almost looks like I mean, this is pretty good having that many twice born. It's definitely going to help you out if you do end up losing any battles. Technically enough, you really won't lose your mage core. There's a lot of gems on him. Wonder what he's casting. Maybe how, I don't know. Of course, they've taken out these barbarians very, very well. You see a lot of web being cast here. Catching a few of these elite warriors. A few arrows from behind. Shooting those arrows. We have some Machakan units here as well. Oh, actually, never mind. The Soulless there, that was a... I don't think that was units. That was just them making skeletons and raised dead. And that's it for that one. Let's see. Yeah, he didn't actually have any Soulless in the army. I just didn't. I just missed it and didn't think about it till later. Yeah, that was all province defense there. It's a lot. Might be building a fort. I don't know. So let's go ahead and watch this battle for Man versus Ermor. Okay, it looks like Man has since then brought his god, brought his wardens over. But honestly, it still looks about the same. It looks about the same still. Lots of monks. Only new things are his dragon and his wardens here in the back. I almost think that these tower guard were already here as well. I can't remember if the ones in the back were, but I know there was a second line. We have the landless knights here, which are starving and diseased. That's not good. I would have thought they had enough items here for nature mages to be able to cover themselves, but I don't think so. There's a lot that's starving. not so much. Okay, there's still some back there. So we see this formation here. We'll go ahead and look at both of them real fast. We have a front line of landless knights followed by monks. My assumption is that these lines of tower guard here in the back are going to funnel in through the monks and walk through them and kind of fill in the ranks of the landless knights as they die. We have some peltasts here. No, these are slingers. We have some slingers here in the middle, along with their mage corps. We see a lot of mothers of Avalon. That's a prophet. We have the prophet here too. No, that's a daughter of Avalon. I don't see any mothers. Some monks back there. Wise man. So we have a air one, earth one. A couple. Looks like we might have more than one. Yeah, there's another one there with the earth gem. Another one there with the earth gem. Spell singer. See, I wonder what you guys are doing though. I mean, I think they can join a communion's man that way, but I don't exactly remember the mechanics of man. Here we have a commander there, the god. Don't see many gems sitting around, to be honest. We do have an Earth 2, the prophet, monks, the wardens. We have a lot of monks. I know they're gonna do like their little communion thing and have all their H1s become H2s, and I have a lot of banishment and such on, but still we see a lot here. I see already a problem here with the man's force that is not wide enough. Whenever you're fighting Ermor, you have to cover your flanks, because once those knights get around you, that is really going to cause some damage. So maybe having these not having these tower guard here, maybe on the outer side, and just having this line come out a little bit longer while still covering some of the tower or landless knights here on the sides. Same with this side over here, because I mean this is a lot of area that these knights are going to be able to come through. They're going to be very, very killy. Yes, you do have the wardens over here, but maybe you should put the wardens on the farther side, like over here, just to have your own flanking force. Because we do see lictors on this side though. But we shall see. If you remember correctly, that Ermor does not actually have a Blood Vengeance blessed. They have HP, all kinds of mess. Lots and lots of Undying. So this might help out, this might not. We have an N1 there in the front. Don't know why. Other than that, we have a extremely long line of Knights of the Unholy Sepulchre here. Of course, this is Ermor's Sacred Cav. Very, very killy. Normally enough, very, very low hit points, so normally they can take a hit and they'll just die. But with the Bless we're going to be seeing here, they're going to be able to take a couple of hits. We also see his squad of long dead horsemen here in the front. Very interesting. Looks like he definitely wants to get all those lance charges off. Possibly being set to attack rear and going around the flanks. Next we see Soulless here in the middle. Of course, they're undisciplined. Then we have separate lines of long dead, and then Velites here on the left side. More lines of Velite and separate lines of long dead behind them. Possibly a double line, and that's a single line, and they're just in different squads. And next we have long lines of Velites and Principes and whatnot. All the units here that have javelins, the Legionnaires, of course Velites, I just showed those. And then at the very back, which I actually like seeing this right here, is these long dead Terrarius here. Because they are so slow, sometimes I do see people putting them in front or putting them in the middle and then watching them slow down the rest of your army. With these guys in the back, of course, they're going to be bringing up the rear, but they're not going to be slowing anyone down as well. We see a few archbishops, 1, 2, 3 archbishops there, one. Bet one's a holy 4. Yep, there we go. There's a holy 4. So he's going to be able to cast some higher level holy magic here for Ermor, which is going to make his skeletons even stronger. Other than that, I saw Commander here and there. There's a Mountain King. We do have a small squad of lictors. We do see 2 more of these archbishops here as well. This looks like Ermor's entire force. If he loses this, I assume he'll be out of this game. We see some sensors over here. They're the ones that look have the little red capes on them, because there's a lot of commanders here. Then we have a small squad of lictors. I mean, not relatively too small, but I would definitely want to be seeing more when you're fighting, because these are usually your heaviest hitting troops here. They do have Chill 3, which is very nice, in a Cold 3 province, which they're in, if I believe. Other than that, we'll see their blessed here in a minute. They're dealing 27 slash damage unblessed, so you have to keep that in mind. They have 20 hit points, 16 protection. They don't have a helmet though, so a little sketchy, kind of slow on the combat speed side of 8, but that's okay. They're meant to kill. We don't have to worry about them going fast. That's why you have the Knights for, with their 23 combat speed. So let's go ahead and press play. We see tons and tons of ashes to ashes being cast here from the man side. Now let me see if I can catch anything in the scripts. Earth power, summon earth power, protection of the sepulcher. I think that was the no, that's not the H4 one. Power of the sepulcher. That's the H4 spell right there. And this is going to, of course, yeah, it's going to do a battlefield-wide unholy power. If normally enough, you'll see the undead version of the holy spell being unholy power is going to give undead +4 to their attack skill, but with the other spell power, there's a battlefield-wide one that's a H4, so that is very, very nice. It looks like they haven't done their magical resistance one. That's protection of the unholy sepulcher. Now that is just the H3 spell. And we do see this place here. If you want to look at HP +7, Undying +16, Strength +4, a bunch of resistances. So very, very dangerous here. Very, very dangerous. Ashes to ashes, ashes to ashes. You guys H2s yet? No, you're still H1s. Oh, this line's coming in fast. We're going to lose some monks here in the opening volley. We already lost a mage there. Why are these monks walking forward? I do not understand. Definitely would have put them probably farther back, especially if you're having them on hold and attack, because these guys, they are already in combat. These monks are dropping off. It's getting very, very dangerous here. And like I said before, we do see that the tower guard here have funneled through and is starting to fill in the ranks, but I mean, man, it really hasn't been able to actually even take one step forward yet. It would seem like Ermor is all over him. Stopping the knights here on the flank here, but these guys are definitely getting around, attacking the rear side. The wardens are holding up a few of them here in the back, but this side is collapsing a little bit here on the top side. Other than that, we do see lots and lots of knights. Skeletons are starting to overflow over here as well. We have Knights of the Unholy Sepulchre fighting monks at this point. Very, very dangerous. We have the dragon in the middle, breathing fire on the kind of main middle part here. Concentration of these chaff skeletons, but we do see lots and lots coming in, and now we have all the Trarius here in the back coming in for that final push, with the lictors here being so slow, and I don't think these wardens will be able to hold up against this many lictors. Just way too many. So much health, or there's so much total health pool over here that needs to be fought through. Dragon's really not doing too much right now. Definitely would have wanted to cast some extra spells. I don't know if he was just taken off guard. He didn't think Ermor might not have came out the fort. I'm not entirely sure. The slingers here really aren't doing a whole lot. Fire Blast taking out a few in the middle, but you still have knights fighting you in the rear. Monks are falling down. We see a few. Mage Corps is being under attack as well. Slingers aren't going to be able to hold up to anything. We saw one just go down there. Webbing being cast over here, stopping a few of the units, but of course it won't be for long because of the high strength from the lictors. It's not going to matter if they get webbed, they're going to get right out. Wardens dropping like flies here. Dragon is flying away. My assumption is that he routed. We have a lot of routing troops here from man. Other than that, they are collapsing on the line. The slingers are starting to rout now. It looks like some of the mages are fatigued here and there. So that is very bad. Definitely going to be caught before the rout. And now we have undead inside to turn around and catch these routers here, not letting them retreat. A few mages getting out here and there, but for majority of the force, man was defeated. And honestly enough, looking at this, yes, Ermor did lose Chaff, but their Lictor stack is still here. Their Knights are very much intact, even though they were the first ones in, and it looks like they're being the last ones out. So very, very interesting battle we had there. So, Ermor only lost 288, and Man lost 239. Those are not good not good comparisons that you won't want to see there. You do not want to be trading Tower Guard and Wardens and Landless Knights and 35 monks. Just think, I mean, I'm sure that took a very, very long time to actually accumulate that many monks. You don't want to be trading them for Solus and Long Dead. I mean, it is what it is. Also lost 6 Daughters of Avalon. Bard. As far as important losses for Ermor, he lost 6 knights, and that's really about it. 44 knights killed 143 units. I mean, these were decent units they were fighting. I mean, so very, very interesting. Makes me wonder where we're going to go from there. But of course, Man is not the only one attacking Ermor, and that is basically all that Ermor has last around. All they have left, which is around maybe a total of 500 to 600 units, maybe a little less than that. But I mean, I don't think it'll be much for Ermor to actually kill this Anakite army here. Man has got to retreat. Maybe he can have somewhat of a defense. He built a unforted temple here in 14, so that's going to be very, very unfortunate when he loses that 400 gold. Possibly mount a defensive here at 24 and make his stand, because I mean, Ermor could go around attack Arco, but then I'll put Ermor in a position to attack Abizia as well, which he's not at war with Abizia, so he would kind of have to move through 24 to actually go for Man if he decided to pressure him after this loss he had. Not sure if anyone else will be attacking Man, because Abizia has mentioned that, or attacking Arco. Different thing, my bad. Oh, formation is under construction. Ooh, that's sketchy. I wonder if he's gonna lose that fort. I don't know about that. And he has his army pulled over here. Yeah, kind of interesting. Has both of them over here, or two larger stacks. See, so we're really wondering what Satis is doing here. He finally decided to move out his army. Now, the real question is, will he be going east or north? That is the real question that we have here. Would be going after Satis or Ermor? I mean, I can understand him wanting the death income from Ermor, so that is a possibility. But I do see him doubling down on Satis after that big loss from Achaka, because if the coalition here falters, if Arco leaves the coalition, if Abizia doesn't help out, if Satis doesn't help out, and Scalaria just eats Machaca, that's going to put everyone in the game in a very, very rough position. Putting Scalaria high up on the ladder, yeah, that would be a very, very scary position for a lot of people. Scalaria is the only 2-cap nation here at that point. I mean, that would definitely force a much larger coalition in the game, I feel. Probably between Abizia and Satis, Ashdod, Arco. But at that point, you still have to keep in mind, you have Ermor that'll be trying to kill people that whole time. So that would probably knock out a few people from the coalition, or have them at least busy elsewhere so they wouldn't be able to help out as much. Because it's going to be really, really bad when Scalaria hits that critical mass that they always do. And so that was turn 25. So let's go over to turn 26. That was a very, very impressive battle. I'm glad we were able to watch that. It was good to start getting some action here going on. Of course, we had some wars. We're currently in 2 separate wars. But yeah, that's some good stuff. Good stuff. So 26. There we go. Okay, we have a lot of battles here. My assumption is that a lot of them are going to be raids. So let's go ahead and watch the battle here with Man. Looks like Ermor is pushing it off. Definitely going to go ahead and take that temple out, and there's just one PD, and that temple is going to be swiftly raised, I assume. Next, we have Scalaria attacking Machaka here again. Still fighting. Do not want to fight Scalaria in the cave, I'll tell you that. And he's just fighting one PD, so we don't really need to watch that one. If you want to see a report, there you go. We see Satis fighting Independence here. Makes me wonder what they're going after. And this looks like what in the world? Lumber constructs? So many lumber constructs. How interesting. Okay. And those are Satis's lumber constructs, but he did lose all 13 of them and was defeated. I wonder if that was a mercenary or something. I'm not entirely sure. I've never seen that. Next, we have Satis attacking Scalaria. So that is the fact here that Satis has moved out against Scalaria here. More than likely forcing Scalaria to move back off of Machaka, pulling back some of that pressure here to defend himself from Satis. We see a lot of holy threes back here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oof, there's a lot of holy threes. 6. That might be holy 4. Nope, holy 3. Don't know why they're there. 7. Oh my goodness, that's a lot of holy threes. Yeah, not much of a battle there. So yeah, 7 Marsh Kings there. Next we have Ermor attacking Ashdod. Another raiding force against 1 PD. Don't need to watch. We have Scalaria keeping the pressure on Machaka. Of course, at this point, they probably haven't recognized that Satis is going to attack them. Just raiding 6 PD. We have Scalaria attacking Satis. I assume that they probably had a nap. If I'm reading this correctly here, if Scalaria was going to amass this force here, already on Satis's front, he was not surprised that Satis was going to attack him. I don't think we need to watch this battle necessarily either. We have 2 more battles here, Lost Lanes and Giant Spine here for Machaka. And this one might go either way. Oh no, they're going after those commanders. Yeah, this is it. I thought the light infantry were going to hold up law a little bit longer than I thought they did. Then we'll watch the one Giant Spine. A little bit larger of a raiding force, but this is more PD, so I mean this raiding force is definitely going to be able to take them out, I feel. Yeah. There we go. We have Abizia here fighting Independence. And, I really don't blame Abizia here, really cleaning up the last thing he has. More than likely working on his economy at this point because he expanded so well in the early game. Oh, this is him fighting a throne. Okay. I see a lot of elementals, but the fire ones really aren't going to do much but catch your own guys on fire. The water ones are doing a little bit of damage here and there. That's kind of... Not many troops left. They definitely take that. So he loses 12 Abyssian infantry and 3 human bred, and they take out this wizard. I assume that's the throne. We'll go and check later. We have Ashdod attacking Ermor here with their main force, I believe, Anakites. And it looks like they moved from that forest up top down to assume to kind of start raiding away from the main force that Ermor has. Also assuming that that Ermor will be chasing down Machaka's army to go ahead and knock him out of this coalition. And that looks like exactly what has happened here. So very, very interesting. Then we had a bunch of events, I assume, from the Throne of Gaia. attacking from Independence. Sea Dogs here, but we see Arcocephali's group, so we know those Sea Dogs aren't going to stand a chance. They actually did take out one chariot, though, so that's a little bit of damage to have against them. We see Earth Elementals and Earth Gnomes attacking here in the caves. I don't know which one. I mean, they hit pretty hard, these Agarthan troops, or these Pale One troops. They took one of them out. Oh, wow. They actually won that one. Very good, very good. So I was like, could go either way with that one. Now we have two independents here attacking Ermor. Trogs. Oh, yeah, definitely going to take that one out. How's this? This might have been a raiding force Ermor had. I'll have to double check on that. Uh, yes, actually, he just raided this province from Ashdod, and then his raiding force was killed by Trogs. How unfortunate there. Then we have another independent here attacking. Now, this is the same configuration of the ones attacking Abysia. The two Earth Elementals and two Gnomes here. And I feel like they're going to be able to take care of these 5 skeletons. And they do. Cool. So, very, very interesting what we have going on here. And still doing their thing. We do have Ashdod having a retreat. Ooh, that's not good. Having a retreat here. Unfortunately, it looks like since it's not winter time, those Anakites are going to have to go into the cave and then go around. Don't think that Ermor can go one turn there because it's going through enemy land, a forest. But they will be taking that fort back, though. It does kind of stop Ashdod from reinforcing as well. Very unfortunate. They'll probably be taking this fort back, too, even though there's a single Solus. Just kind of keeping that income away from Ashdod if there's any left. Independents have stopped this castle from free spawning. Very unfortunate, but I'm sure he'd move one of these forces in to take them out. We do see Man here consolidating his troops here on 24. I wonder how that's going to go. We have all these troglodytes sitting here, kind of dangerous. Definitely going to be able to kill some chaff skeletons here as they trample around. And that is what we have going on there. We see some forces from Man, or not Man End here. I'm not entirely sure on what their plans are at the moment. What do we see? We do see some troop movement here on the Ashdod front, so that's very interesting versus the Man front, even though Man just lost a huge army. Next, we do see Arcocephali here moving in kind of after Scalaria at this point, outside the cap circle. We do see two pretty massive stacks here from Satis and Scalaria here on the Satisan border. No movement here as far as Abysia goes, but we do see some cave grubs, which is quite interesting. I know they have some very, very, very high siege defense, or no, siege strength. Possibly going to reinforce here with this group. These cave grubs and these Abyssian infantry here, and pushed onto a fort maybe. No telling, because I think he did say that he ended that nap with Scalaria. We do see, this looks like a fort that, yeah, they took away from Chaka here. Very unfortunate for him. They get a lab and a temple. Yeah, very, very sad. Already taking a good portion of his, actually taking over half. I mean, this is 3/5 of his cap circle here. Very unfortunate here for Machakla. Machaka definitely, he's got 2 demon gates there. Interesting. Definitely not looking good for him. Looks like he is preparing for his last stand in his capital just in case. Not too sure on. Looks like he's going for a lot of archers here. Probably another flaming arrows play, but he really doesn't have a way of killing the bronze colossus, so that is going to be quite dangerous for him. Yeah, definitely getting pressured here. Looking awfully scary. This throne has been taken. They've pushed so far into Machaka so fast. And this is probably why Arco and Satis is going to have to intervene on this, because this is very, very bad for Machaka. Um, yeah, very interesting there. So, is there anyone else we have to talk about? I don't think so. We can look at the score graphs real fast. Provinces, of course, Busy going up a little bit. Machaka dropping a lot there. Very unfortunate for him. And of course, Ermor kind of stabilizing a little bit. And then we see that drop is kind of going right against this with the Scalarian one. Don't really need to look at forts. That income there. They were making the most money here until all these losses. Now Abizia is in the forefront of cash. Next, we have the gym income. Now, Abizia is on top of that. Looks like they have been doing a lot of site searching here lately. And of course, working on their economy, working on their gym income. Very, very nice. Going to definitely help him a whole lot. After that, we see End followed up. No, this is, yeah, that's End being followed up. Ashdod really hasn't done any site searching at all. And we have Satis, who is pretty high up here. Man is pretty high up here. Machaka would be really high up here. Machaka would have been in third, possibly even first, but with all these losses, he's lost so much gym income. Knocked his gym income down by like half. So next here, we see that the leader in research at this point in the game is still Arcosophaly. They kind of had, who's this? No, that's, no, who was that? Okay, yeah, so it was Man. Or no, not Man, it was Machaka. So Arcosophaly here, Machaka was giving him a run for his money here for a little bit, but it definitely looks like Arco is starting to break off and definitely get ahead in research. Of course, he is way ahead of End here. Ashdod, of course, Satis, they're all kind of in the middle of the pack there. Scalaria, Ashdod, Satis, End. And at the bottom, you see you see Abizia, surprisingly. Um, but they do have the highest gym income, probably working on other things at the moment. I think their majors are kind of expensive, but they also want to be blood hunting a lot too, so you have to think that takes a lot off of your research. Um, there's me right there under Abizia, so interesting. And then we have Ermor here at the very, very bottom. Dominion, not as important, but we do see the army size here. We had some big hits there to Ermor due to those battles with Man, but we do see a big fall from Man too. I mean, it looked like around half his force, if not more. The Scalarian here, definitely still in that upward climb. Even when he was taking a lot large losses here, it just plateaued almost. It didn't even plateau completely. So it means he was making more per turn than he lost still. So very, very scary there. Other than that, we have it busier, pretty low down, but his troops are more expensive, a lot higher resource cost. And kind of middle of the pack along with Satis. Their armies are about the same size. And of course, Machaka has really dipped down here to one of the lowest ones. Being right around with Anakites here from Ashdod, but it's starting to rise back up as he gets archers and other units here in his capital. So very, very interesting as far as things have gone. Hall of Fame, we have some Ashdods, a couple mercenaries, nothing too important. The undead are the real threats, and that I assume that possibly is a prophet there, but I'm not sure. Um, Other than that, guys, that is all I have going on for these 2 turns here. I hope you enjoyed them. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.